I want to thank God for another opportunity to get up and even to come to His house again and to be able to speak the words that He would want me to speak. And if you would go to Luke chapter 10, and forgive me if I say a word wrong, but this isn't my Bible, so I'll try though. And we're going to start at verse 38. Now it came to pass as they went that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was encumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister hath left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part which shall not be taken away from her. I got to thinking about that. Martha was in the good because she was wanting to, she don't want people to go hungry. And if you're a person that can't stand the thought of somebody being hungry, you could understand that. And she was just wanting to make sure that he eat and everything. But that's worldly food. And I could just imagine her standing behind Jesus, giving Mary eyes like, come on and help me, and making faces at her, getting aggravated and not understanding why she was just sitting there whenever they had so much work to do so he could eat. But Mary, fortunately, didn't even pay attention to Martha because she was wanting spiritual food. Sometimes the food, earthly food, can wait. You won't starve to death, and you can eat afterwards. But we got to have that spiritual food to be able to go through daily life. People, and I got to thinking about people that reaches out to you. We've got to sacrifice some time. First, whenever they talk to us, we've got to be at Jesus' feet, getting what he wants us to say to him, because we don't want to say a wrong thing, because we could kill them, spiritually and physically. Because there's a lot of people out here that has strongholds, that's holding them, and that they know the way, but the stronghold's got such a hold on them, they can't get their way there. But if you would sit at Jesus' feet and you would listen to him of what you need to say to these people, you would say the right thing, that maybe there could be a chance that they would heed to that. It's a sad world out here, and I'm talking about some at work. I know I was tormented by people. I still get tormented by people, but this certain one she was just Satanism. And she wanted to torment me. So, at first I wanted my flesh to say things and do things. But that's not the way God wanted it. So I had to stop and get at Jesus' feet and say, Jesus, how do I deal with this? How do I cope with this? Because you know the pain that this person is causing me and the grief this person causes me every time she comes in this building. And he told me how. I know he removed her. But you know, the day that I had to walk her out, I got a soft spot for that child. She was just a child. She probably don't even know about Jesus. And it hurt me that I had to walk her out. But I did let her know about Jesus. I did speak Jesus. Because the child needed Jesus. Still needs Jesus. So we have to let go of the worldly food. And we have to be at Jesus' feet getting the spiritual food. We've got to be prepared for what come, what may. And the sacrifices we make. We may lose sleep. Or we may lose other things to help someone that's in need. But we've got to do it. We've got to sacrifice our time and our resources, which is Jesus. If you can just say Jesus when you're talking to them. Speak Jesus to them. Because it will eventually, the door will open to where you can slide it on in there. But be nice about it. Don't say, oh goodness, you're in such a shape, you're going to hell. They know they're going to hell because they say they're going to hell. You know, you could be nice about it. You could say, you know, Jesus loves you. Don't listen to what people says to you because people talks mean to people. And they say bad things to people. Let them know that they're not what these people are saying they are. You are loved. You are chosen. You are wanted. Because a lot of people don't think they're wanted. When they're in situations, I know with experience, in situations of addictions or whatever it is, you don't feel like you're wanted. You don't feel like you're loved. You don't feel, but if you let them know with the kindness of your heart that they are, pray that it seeps into them and that they start feeling that they are worthy and they are wanted. Because a lot of times people are reaching out to you for a reason. And God's making that opportunity for you to reach out in love and speak Jesus to them and to help them and to let them know that they are wanted and they are loved. It's a sad thing, and I've heard things that broke my heart. Had somebody reach out to me and it broke my heart to hear how they feel. And for your family not to want you. And to do things to hurt you. They just feel so alone, ready to end their life. That's sad. But I thank God that He gave me that opportunity to be able to speak what He wanted me to speak to them at that time. Because they're ready to give up. Because they don't see nothing. They don't see no hope. But I want to thank God for opportunities that I get. And I want to say the right things to people. Even if it is losing sleep. I can't be like, oh, I've got to work tomorrow. I can't answer this call. Answer the call. Because it could be serious. It could be that they're ready to end their life right then. Answer that call. Talk to the person. Get up out of the bed. Talk to the person. There's a lot of people out here that needs us. and they need to know Jesus. So we've got to sacrifice. I know they used to sacrifice animals or whatever, but we need to sacrifice our time and our effort and resources that we have with these people. That's the only way we're going to be able to reach them. And if it's that you have to get kind of stern with them, you know, if that's what God tells you to do, then do it. But we've got to quit being selfish with our time and resources. We've got to lend it out to other people. Because if we don't do it, if we want to be selfish with our time, and God come 10 minutes after that, where would we be? Him telling you to get up and do it, and us not do it. Where would we be if we died right then? We got to have the blood off our hands, and we've got to go about our Father's business. I know sometimes it's hard. And mostly on these cold months, it's like, I don't want to go out there. It's too cold. Well, go out there anyway. Sacrifice. Assemble yourself here. I know it was cold this morning. I was warm in my bed, and I was like, I don't know. It's going to be cold there, but thank God it's not. It's warm. I think it's warm. And I thank God that I come. But we need to quit being selfish and thinking of me. We got to think about these others, because I've seen so many that needs the Lord. So we've got to be about our Father's business, and we've got to be reaching these people. We've got to go out reaching these people. And we've got to be doing what He tells us to do and say, because it could change that life. And if we don't do it, it won't change their life, you know. So we've got to be about the Father's business, and we've got to get serious, because the time is so close now that we don't have too much longer to work. And we've got to reach as many as we can, whether it's on the phone or just call and check on them. People don't call and check on people no more. Poor old Clyde, I'm telling you, he was a good one. I'd miss church, or I wouldn't smile at church or something. He would call me and say, "Are you all right?" I'd say, "Sorry." I mean, all the time. He was constantly calling and checking on people. Just because they've walked away from God, they need us more than ever now. Just to let them know, hey, we still care. Where you been? We're concerned. You don't have to tell me what you're doing, but, you know, we're concerned. Let them know that. That's all we have to do, is let these people know that we're still concerned about them. Because I have one that works with me now. She needs a call to say, hey, you all right? We still love you. We miss you. That's all you have to say to her, which I can say it while I'm there. But she needs to know that people still cares, because she don't feel like nobody cares. If God lays it on your heart, do it. I'm not telling you just to do it to be doing it, you know. But we need to reach out to the ones that has walked away and let them know that we still care, and we're thinking about them. That's all we got to do, is let them know we're still thinking about them. But always find yourself at the foot of Jesus. Don't be cumbered about what's going on in life. I know we have problems. I know people has problems. I know people, but we need to let it go, because it don't matter. The only thing matters now is Jesus and the souls that needs to be reached, that we need to reach out to. So if you find your place to pray.